wanted to make something that was made for a purpose. It's a functional object. It's there to save animals, keep animals floating as the world fills with water. It's its basic function. It does not need to steer. It does not need to go anywhere, because where would you go if the world is all covered in water? In Genesis, the dimensions of the ark are laid out for Noah: 30 cubits high by 50 cubits wide by 300 cubits long. A cubit is roughly the dimension of your elbow to your forefinger, which would mean that Wilt Chamberlain's cubit might be a little bit different than mine. But we also took those proportions to heart and decided to make a rectangle, to make this thing a giant box. It is a giant box that is ballasted. The bottom of the ark, you can see, is pitched, and it goes 10 feet down into the ground, and it's filled with stone. But it is in fact a box. We've been designing the ark for over a year. We started its construction in the last spring. I think it took us in the neighborhood of 6 months to build and to complete. Iceland is an amazingly desolate place. It's more about what's not there than what is there. There's no trees, there's no grass. There's a little bit of grass, but what there mostly is a very young volcanic landscape. For a lot of us, we realize that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get to make a film or to be a part of a project that has meaning, that has a dedication to art, and that has support and resources. So it's been a very special experience for those of us in the art department who know that you don't get to build something like that every day. This is the exterior of Noah's Ark, and it is approximately 55 feet tall, 85 feet wide. Our version of it goes 165 feet. In reality, or in our story reality, we will extend it digitally to be about 500 feet. It's built out of steel scaffolding. On the outside, we have some real logs and a lot of foam logs, the big members. And then the pitch is made of all different kinds of glues and tars and straw and sticks. The idea being that it was really made with what was around. There were very limited materials, and the net result is the ark. The dimensions of this ark are laid forth in Genesis. We have seen many arks through history. Most of them have been depicted as ships. Our decision was to not do that and to make it literally to the dimensions that were laid out, with the idea being that this is really a giant floating box that is there to preserve the species that are held within. It's a three-level affair, again, as laid out in Genesis. The bottom level, which you can see going up to the top of that X right there, is the mammal level. That's the tallest one, to accommodate mammoths and elephants and giraffes and the giant beasts that go in there. Up the ramp a little farther, which is hidden behind those balloons right now, is another ramp, and that would be where the reptiles go. And insects. They live in that level right there, which is that shorter level, about 8 feet tall. And at the very top, the 12-foot deck is the avian deck, where all the birds who fly in through all these openings, but ultimately reside up at the top. This is the entrance to the mammal level of the ark. Mammals come through here and they find their way on the inside. Our interior set is built elsewhere, although to very similar proportions. Goes back another couple of 100 feet. Log construction for the most part. Ballast rock on the bottom. A lot of the film has taken place here so far in loading the ark and in preparation. The ramp was there to serve one function: for reptiles to be able to get up there, for mammals to be able to get in here, and birds to fly up to the top. There's no public access. There's no public. It's just Noah and his family. So the steeper this is, the more functional it is, as far as they're concerned.